My friends, I want you to understand something today. Your life will not change overnight, but it can change daily through the habits you choose. Habits are the invisible architects of your destiny. They are shaping you when you are not even paying attention. And the truth is, the greatest transformations of life do not happen through sudden miracles, but through small, powerful, disciplined steps repeated again and again. A person does not wake up one morning and suddenly become great. Greatness is built brick by brick, habit by habit, choice by choice. Look at your daily routine, because it is a prophecy of your future. If your habits are weak, your future will be weak. If your habits are strong, consistent, and disciplined, your future will shine with strength and success. You see, you don't decide your destiny in one moment. You decide it by the actions you repeat every single day. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is the highest form of self-love, because it means you refuse to let your future be stolen by laziness, distraction, or excuses. If you want to rise above the ordinary, you must master yourself. Force yourself to wake up early. Push yourself to read, to learn, to pray, to meditate, to exercise, even when you do not feel like it, especially when you do not feel like it. That is the moment your character is built. And that character will take you further than talent, further than luck, further than any shortcut ever could. But habits without consistency are like seeds thrown on rocky ground. You may start with enthusiasm, but if you do not water them daily, they wither away. The secret to transformation is not intensity, but consistency. One step taken every day is more powerful than 1,000 steps taken once. The person who reads one page every day will know more than the one who only dreams of finishing a book. The person who saves a little money every day will be wealthier than the one who only plans to be rich someday. Your consistency will become your power. And let me tell you this, your habits are not just physical. They are spiritual. What you think about, what you speak, what you feed your mind and your soul every day will determine the direction of your life. If your habit is to dwell on fear, negativity, and doubt, then your life will be filled with shadows. But if your habit is to focus on gratitude, hope, vision, and faith, then your life will overflow with light, abundance, and purpose. As a person thinks in their heart, so shall they become. So I challenge you today, begin to plant the right habits. Rise with gratitude every morning. Discipline your body and your mind. Fill your soul with words that give life, not words that drain it. Keep your commitments to yourself. Refuse to let excuses define you. Choose the habits that will carry you to the life you were created to live. And remember, transformation does not come by wishing, but by doing. Do not wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you decide to take the first step. Habits may seem small today, but they will be the reason you stand tall tomorrow. Start now, stay consistent, and watch your life rise to heights you never imagined possible. My friends, listen carefully. The greatest mistake people make when they dream of changing their lives is waiting for a single, dramatic breakthrough. They believe that one event, one opportunity, or one extraordinary moment will shift everything. But life does not change in one giant leap. Life changes in the quiet, invisible, daily choices we make. Small habits, though they may seem insignificant today, are the very seeds of destiny. A seed is tiny, so small you can hold it in your hand and overlook it. Yet within that seed lies a forest. Within one daily habit lies the power to transform your entire life. Think about it. No one wakes up suddenly fluent in wisdom. No one wakes up suddenly strong, wealthy, or fulfilled. These things are the result of the patterns you live with every day. If you spend each day scrolling mindlessly, you are building a future of distraction. If you spend each day filling your mind with negativity, you are constructing a future filled with limitation. But if you every day decide to do something that strengthens your body, your mind, and your spirit, then little by little, day by day, your life begins to shift. The small changes compound into great transformation. Let me paint a picture. Imagine two people standing at the same starting line. One chooses each day to read 10 pages of a good book, to exercise for 20 minutes, to write down 3 things they are grateful for, and to speak with kindness. The other person chooses each day to do nothing intentional, to procrastinate, to complain, to let the hours slip away. At first, you may not notice much difference. After a week, they look the same. After a month, the difference is still small. But after a year, after 5 years, the first has read dozens of books, gained strength, developed gratitude, deepened character. The second has wasted thousands of hours and remains trapped in the same struggles. The difference was not made by one grand decision, but by the repetition of small daily habits. This is why I say, do not despise the small beginnings. Do not underestimate the quiet acts. You think waking up 30 minutes earlier makes no difference. That 30 minutes, if used with purpose, becomes 182 extra hours in a year. That is over 7 full days of focused living you have gifted yourself. You think one push-up, one page of reading, one act of kindness makes no impact? Multiply it by days, by weeks, by years, and you will see how greatness is born from the seemingly small. The danger is that small habits work both ways. Just as positive habits lift you, negative habits quietly pull you down. Skipping one workout feels harmless, but skip enough and you weaken your body. Spending a little extra money you don't have feels harmless, but repeat it daily and you drown in debt. Speaking one word of complaint seems trivial, but repeat it daily and you poison your spirit. Habits, good or bad, are compounding interest on your future. They are either building your dreams or destroying them. So the question is not whether you have habits. You do. The question is whether those habits are carrying you closer to your destiny or further away from it. Every day, you are voting for the person you want to become by the habits you choose. If you want a new life, you don't need a miracle moment. You need a daily decision. That daily decision, repeated with faith and discipline, becomes unstoppable. Today, I urge you, stop waiting for tomorrow. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Begin with one small habit. Drink water instead of soda. Write one line in your journal. Read one page of truth. Say one prayer with sincerity. Speak one word of encouragement. These are not wasted acts. These are seeds. And when you keep planting seeds, the harvest is inevitable. You may not see it at first, but time will reveal what discipline has been building in secret. Small daily habits are not small at all. They are the hidden giants of transformation. My friends, let me tell you the truth. Habits are only as strong as the discipline that sustains them. You can dream of success, you can set beautiful goals, you can even start with great enthusiasm. But without discipline and consistency, everything crumbles. A house cannot stand without a foundation. A tree cannot grow tall without deep roots. And a life cannot rise to greatness without discipline and consistency. These are the invisible forces that carry your habits from mere intentions into lasting transformation. Discipline is not about punishment. Discipline is freedom. It is the bridge between who you are and who you are destined to become. Without discipline, talent is wasted. Without discipline, passion burns out quickly. Without discipline, even the best plans remain nothing more than paper dreams. But with discipline, a weak person becomes strong, an average person becomes excellent, and a fearful person becomes courageous. Discipline is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary leaders. Consistency is the twin of discipline. One moment of effort is not enough. One burst of motivation is not enough. Consistency is the daily repetition of small actions that compound over time into greatness. Think about water. A single drop seems powerless, but drop after drop, consistently falling, can carve valleys through rock. That is the power of consistency. It breaks through resistance not by force, but by persistence. Success is rarely about doing something once. It is about doing the right thing again and again until it becomes part of your very identity. You may say, but I don't feel motivated every day. Let me tell you, discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is a spark. It comes and goes. Discipline is the firewood that keeps the flame burning when the spark has disappeared. You will not always feel like waking up early, reading, exercising, studying, or working on your dream. But discipline does not ask how you feel. It asks what is required. And when you act with discipline, even when your feelings resist, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. Let me give you an example. Imagine a young student who decides to study only when he feels motivated. He may study once this week, skip the next, then study again after 2 weeks. His progress is scattered, his results inconsistent. But imagine another student who decides to discipline himself. 1 hour of study every day, no matter what. At first, the difference between them is invisible. But after a year, the second student has studied over 350 hours more. After 5 years, he is so far ahead that no one can compare. What made the difference? Not intelligence, not luck, but the steady hand of consistency. This same principle applies to every area of your life. Your health, your relationships, your finances, your spiritual growth. You cannot eat healthy once and expect lasting health. You cannot be kind once and expect deep relationships. You cannot save money once and expect financial freedom. Everything of value requires consistent investment. It is the daily deposits, the daily repetitions, the daily disciplines that build a life of success. Now, do not think discipline is easy. It will demand sacrifice. It will demand saying no to distractions, no to temptations, no to laziness. But every no to the wrong thing is a yes to your future. Every time you choose discipline, you are shaping yourself into a person who is ready for greater opportunities. Discipline is not the enemy, it is your ally. It is the voice that pushes you when your body says stop, the strength that carries you when your will feels weak, the anchor that holds you steady when storms come. Consistency, too, requires patience. You will not see immediate results. This is where many give up. They sow for a few days, see no harvest, and quit. But life does not work that way. You do not plant a seed and see fruit the next morning. You water it, you nurture it, you wait in faith, and then in time it grows. Do not despise the waiting season. Do not give up in the middle. Your consistency is never wasted. It is building momentum beneath the surface, and when the breakthrough comes, it will be unstoppable. So I challenge you. Make discipline and consistency the pillars of your life. Set a standard for yourself that is higher than your excuses. Show up every day, even when it is hard, even when it is inconvenient, even when no one is watching. Because discipline is the path, consistency is the key, and together they unlock a future beyond what you can imagine. Stay the course and your life will be transformed. My friends, listen carefully. You can have the right habits. You can have discipline and consistency. But if your mindset and spiritual focus are not aligned, you will still fall short of the life you were created to live. Why? Because everything in life flows from the inside out. Your habits may shape your routine, but your mindset shapes your destiny. Your actions may move your body, but your focus determines your direction. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you carry, the spirit you cultivate, these will either lift your habits into greatness or crush them into dust. Have you noticed that two people can face the same challenge, yet one rises while the other falls? The difference is not always skill or effort, but mindset. One sees a setback as failure. The other sees it as a lesson. One sees discipline as a burden. The other sees it as a pathway to freedom. One fills their mind with fear, doubt, and negativity. The other fills it with faith, hope, and gratitude. The same habit of working hard produces entirely different results depending on the spirit behind it. This is why I say, guard your mindset, because it is the soil in which your habits grow. Let us talk about the power of focus. Whatever you magnify in your mind becomes larger in your life. If you focus on what you cannot do, your energy is drained, your habits feel heavy, and your progress stalls. But if you focus on what is possible, your habits are fueled by vision, and even the hard days feel purposeful. Focus is not just about avoiding distractions. It is about choosing to keep your eyes fixed on the future you want to build. A runner in a race does not keep looking at the crowd. He fixes his eyes on the finish line. In the same way, your habits will only carry you forward if your focus is steady on where you are going. But mindset is not only mental, it is also spiritual. You are more than flesh and blood, more than habits and routines. You are a soul with purpose, and when your spirit is strong, your habits are no longer just duties. They become acts of faith. When you pray, when you meditate, when you fill your heart with gratitude, you are fueling your spirit. And a fueled spirit empowers your body and mind to keep going when others quit. Without spiritual focus, habits can feel empty and mechanical. With spiritual focus, every habit becomes meaningful. Every action becomes connected to a higher purpose. Think about it this way. You can exercise your body out of vanity, Or you can exercise because you honor the gift of life and strength. You can read books only to boast of knowledge, or you can read to grow, to serve, and to inspire others. You can save money only to hoard wealth, or you can save so that you have freedom to bless your family and help those in need. The difference lies in your mindset, in your spiritual focus. It gives depth and power to your habits. This is why so many people start strong but give up. They had habits, they had routines, but they lacked the mindset to keep moving when storms came. They lacked the spiritual anchor to keep them steady when life shook them. But those who cultivate a strong mind and a strong spirit are unshakable. When failure comes, they rise again. When fatigue sets in, they find strength within. When the world says it is impossible, they say, "All things are possible if I believe." So I say to you, guard your mind. Do not let toxic thoughts take root. Speak words of life, not death. Choose gratitude over complaint. Choose faith over fear. Fill your mind with vision, not limitation. And strengthen your spirit. Start your day with prayer, with meditation, with words that lift you higher. Keep your focus not just on success, but on significance. Not just on wealth, but on purpose. Not just on survival, but on impact. Your mindset is the steering wheel of your life. Your spiritual focus is the engine. Your habits are the wheels. Without the right direction, without the right fuel, the wheels will spin, but you will go nowhere. But when your mindset is strong, when your spirit is aligned, your habits will carry you to heights you never thought possible. Build your habits, yes. Discipline yourself, yes. But above all, keep your mind and your spirit fixed on the life you were born to live. That alignment will change everything. My friends, we have journeyed through the truth that your life is not changed by chance, but by choice. We have seen that small daily habits, though they may look ordinary, carry extraordinary power to transform your destiny. We have learned that discipline and consistency are the pillars that keep those habits alive, turning fleeting actions into a lifestyle of greatness. And we have discovered that your mindset and your spiritual focus are the very forces that breathe life into your habits, giving them direction, purpose, and strength. So now the question is not whether you will change, because you can. The question is whether you will begin today. Will you plant the seeds of the right habits? Will you stay disciplined when your feelings tell you to quit? Will you keep your mind and spirit fixed on the vision of the life you are meant to live? Because your future is not waiting in some distant tomorrow. Your future is hidden inside the choices you make today. Do not underestimate the power of one step, one word, one thought, one decision. Over time, it becomes the foundation of an entirely new life. The person you will be in 5 years is being written right now by the habits you repeat, the discipline you practice, the focus you choose. The greatness you long for is not out of reach. It is within you, waiting to be unlocked by consistent action and a renewed mind. So rise up. Refuse to live on autopilot. Refuse to let excuses, distractions, or fear dictate your path. Choose habits that honor your purpose. Choose discipline that strengthens your future. Choose a mindset and a spirit that lift you higher every single day. Because when you do, you will not just change your schedule, you will change your destiny. You will not just build a better routine, you will build a better life. Your life is waiting. Begin today and watch how the smallest steps taken faithfully lead you to the highest heights.